In a vibrant celebration of literature, diplomacy, and cross-cultural dialogue, renowned poet diplomat Abhay K and the Ambassador of Chile to India, Juan Angulo, hosted a special literary evening at the Chilean Embassy in New Delhi. The event was dedicated to Abhay K's acclaimed poetry collection, The Alphabets of Latin America. The gathering brought together poets, translators, academics, and literature enthusiasts for a heartfelt book discussion and poetry reading session. Abhay K recited several poems from his collection while members of the audience shared their favorite verses, creating an engaging and interactive atmosphere. Ambassador Angulo highlighted the deep-rooted literary connections between India and Latin America, emphasizing the role of literature in strengthening mutual understanding.
Indian authors and Latin American authors have take inspiration from each other and find a lot of sources of creativity for their writings. And in the future, I'm sure that the participation of the different literature festivals, for instance, either in India, Bengal, in Jaipur or in other parts of India, and also in our part of the world, are a fruit of our source of exchanges between writers and mainly for the people to know each other better.
Written during his diplomatic tenure in Brazil from 2016 to 2019, Abhay K shared how the continent's beauty, spirit, and iconic literary figures like Pablo Neruda, Octavio Paz, and Gabriela Mistral shaped his poetic journey.
I wrote The Alphabets of Latin America during my stay and travels throughout Latin America from 2016 to 19 when I was posted in Brazil. And the inspiration came from the great Latin American poets and writers such as Octavio Paz, Pablo Neruda, Gabriela Mistral, and so on. A constellation of writers and some of them who also happen to be poet diplomats, for example, Pablo Neruda or Octavio Paz. So these were my alphabets of Latin America, and they inspired me to write a book on Latin America, which is known now as The Alphabets of Latin America.
More than a literary tribute, the event also symbolized a deepening of cultural bonds between India and Latin America. Abhay K noted that Latin American poets such as Cecilia Morales have long drawn inspiration from Indian culture.
I wanted other writers, for example, Cecilia Morales wrote about India. I mean, she has a whole book called Poemas Escritos na India, the poems written in India, and so on. So I wanted to build this cultural bridge, literary bridge between India and Latin America, writing these poems, juxtaposing images of India in Latin America and Latin American images in India.
The literary evening at the Chilean Embassy offered more than just poetry. It became a celebration of shared heritage, artistic inspiration, and cross-cultural exchange.